All right. Somebody in the class right now. Go ahead and get into it. We'll clap it up. Say shalom, Yahweh Shem Shai Brakathum. To all the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Atham Bashem Shai. To all the sisters, Priest and Officer 5000, Kasar Pakal, and the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Juliana. Thursday night scripture breakdown. ISBK Northern California, ISBK Bay Area, ISBK Oakland, ISBK Richmond, California, ISBK Sacramento, all up and down this Northern California coast, all the way up to the Pacific Northwest. We're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Tonight's topic is a topic that's very, very important topic right now, especially in the minds of mainstream Black America. It ain't important to the people in the truth. It's not important to the soldiers of the Lord. It's not important to the women and the daughters of Zion that follow the Most High in Christ. We have our leader. We have our king. We have someone who we are loyal to. I heard something recently that said it was a dude basically made a statement that he doesn't want to align himself with any political organization, left or right, doesn't support none of that, just keeps to himself. Somebody tried to guilt trip him and say, your lack of picking a side, you are a Republican, because that's what Republicans believe. Republicans believe in what's that called? Low government or little government, small government. They always talk about that. They want small government. And their ideology is that the less there is of government systems or bureaucracy, as they may say, the better reality in life will be for everyone. And then they try to blame the other side of the political coin, the progressive movement, leftist movement. They want bigger government. They want more control. They want more socialistic bills and laws and governance that order and regulate how society should be ran. And so they're in a battle and a war amongst each other. And so clearly, just given the topic of tonight will be voting. We're going to go into voting. We're going to talk about this election year. We're going to bring up some videos that are going around informing people. Let's see if I can play this. This is something I saw on Fox News the other day. And they were talking about this coming election. Let's see what comes up right now. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's see right here. Is this the one I want? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to that one. Try to get this up on the screen. Let's pull it up on the screen.
Segment where we explore the cultural stories of the day. For that, we turn to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Raymond, I think something it feels like we struck a nerve with Joy and the gang over at MSNBC.
Yeah, I think we did, Laura. This is how they reacted to the idea that black voters might be giving Trump a second look.
Namely, that Trump being an accused felon has broadened his appeal with black voters.
As one black lady I spoke with earlier today here in New Orleans said, Trump's a gangster. And that means he has cred among a new block of voters that perhaps have never given him a serious look, and now they're looking again.
Y'all don't really know any black people, do you? None, right? None. I figured.
No, Joy. I guess those were imaginary black guests you had on the show the other night, Laura. And I suppose I don't know any black people in New Orleans, my home, a majority black city, and I never go into that city to the communities most affected by DC policies and actually talk to the people that most networks ignore. No, Joy, I've never done any of that, I guess.
And I guess all those like polls or phantom polls that show Trump has an increasing percentage of the black vote. Does that's all make?
So this is the part that I wanted to get, but that intro, man, of these devils right here is so entertaining to me because it's the look on their face. Basically, what they're saying is they came out months ago, whoever knows how long ago, they made some type of statement that black people are rocking with Donald Trump because he is a criminal now. He's got street cred, which is highly racist. Basically, for them to find, 5 niggas in New Orleans to go and say what they want them to say and put this on blast, that this is the reason why a whole bunch of black people are running to support Donald Trump, when it's really a joke. And even when they did the news segment, you can tell that they were making it like it really was a joke. No one really believes that all of a sudden black people want to vote for Donald Trump because he's been arrested. If that was the case, man, black people would have been voting for Donald Trump because he is very, very gangster. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if that was the logic that we have been pulling from, he deals with women however he wants to deal with them. He lives the life of a rapper. And in the 80s and 90s, rappers did look up to Donald Trump. That was something that was going on. But that's not what led black people to want to vote for Donald Trump or change from following Joe Biden. What's really going on here is there's a certain segment of black people in America that are fed up with following Joe Biden. Joe Biden, the economy is getting worse with Joe Biden. Taxes, inflation, nothing was given to the black community. All these promises we hear every year. So in 2020, 90%, 9 out of 10 black people went and got on board with a Joe Biden and supported what he was putting down because they felt like getting Donald Trump out of office would free black people from being oppressed. And now a lot of black people are realizing, so much so 30% of black people have taken away their vote from Joe Biden, that having Donald Trump in office is not the boogeyman. You're going to be oppressed under Joe Biden if you're the same way you're going to be oppressed under Donald Trump. Matter of fact, being under Joe Biden has been a harder turn. At least when Donald Trump came around, brothers was getting PPP loans, getting stimulus checks, getting extra tax returns, all these things. And I'm not here trying to promote Donald Trump. Don't get that confused. What I'm saying is they're trying to say on the Democratic side and this liberal news that they're just making this joke that the reason why was that certain black people are going towards Donald Trump or leaving the Democratic Party is because of some nonsense or some ignorance. But in reality, they're also trying to deflect from the true reason why. Is because black people are realizing their vote has been going to a Democratic Party that doesn't give a damn about black people. And so this right here, there's another YouTube channel. I don't know if it's called TVT or something. they're another liberal channel, some Arabic dude and some white girl, and they hate Trump, and they, you know, I guess they're pro-Democrats, liberal, leftist people, and they're like just upset because the Democratic Party has taken advantage of the black vote for years and years and years and never honored what they were going to do to help the black community. And now the country is showing that there is no way that Joe Biden can win against Donald Trump if black people don't vote for him. And if Hispanic people don't vote for Joe Biden and black people don't vote for Joe Biden, there is no Joe Biden. He barely won in 2020 with 90% of the black vote. You take away 30% of our vote from Joe Biden, and this country goes in another direction, right? But this is a topic that mainstream media is scared about. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. I'm gonna go to that and then we'll get back to the precepts and the breakdown. But this is just something that stood out to me in the past few days. Let me see. Joe Biden polls TBT. I think that's the name of the channel. Nope, something they call it Young Turks, something like that. Young Turks. I wonder why they chose that name too. TYT. These are all let me see if this is what I want. If not, we'll go ahead. Slide it. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see what this one. Got a short right here. Let's see what he says on this short right here. What I'm saying.
Number two, why are only two choices, two people who are deeply disliked in this country, nearly hated in this country?
I was watching
Number two, why are only two choices, two people who are deeply disliked in this country, nearly hated in this country? And if you're in Washington, I just broke your heart because I said Biden might be hated. He's at 38% learn math. He didn't even get even voting rights passed. He didn't get minimum wage passed. He didn't get paid family leave at polls at 84% didn't get it passed. He didn't get any of this stuff passed. They're pretending that he passed his agenda when he only passed at most 15% of his agenda. 85% ran into a wall and he didn't give a damn. Look, guys, look at how incompetent Biden is. Like I said, paid family leave at 84%. Why don't you reintroduce it? Well, that would be progressive and I'm going right. Number two, why are only two choices, two people who are deeply disliked?
All right, that ain't the one I wanted. But let me see if I got it. He was just blazing on Joe Biden, man. Let me see what we see. Black voters, Latino voters, yeah.
Come across the Golden Gate, hurry down and don't be.
Much of the labor here, Latino immigrants living paycheck to paycheck. Many now view the Trump years as better for their bottom line.
Some Latino community say when Trump was a president, we don't have high gas or inflation.
Who says that President Joe Biden isn't a trendsetter? He absolutely is. He's a real trendsetter for the Democratic Party. And the trend that he has set is the bleeding of support among Black and Latino voters. In fact, CNN was in Georgia, a swing state, talking to Latino voters to see where their hearts and minds are at when it comes to the upcoming presidential election. Now, Biden remains defiant. He remains incredibly selfish. He doesn't want to drop out of the race. He's very likely to be the Democratic incumbent nominee, which means there's some likelihood that Democrats are going to lose to Donald Trump, the likely Republican nominee. And keep all of that in mind, as the heart of the Biden re-election campaign is really, ooh, Trump bad, Trump dangerous, Trump will dismantle our democracy. Certainly isn't acting like it. Now, why don't we hear more from Latino voters in Georgia who explain what it is exactly that they are experiencing during the Biden administration that's making them reconsider their vote for him. Let's watch.
Are you happy with your vote for Joe Biden?
Well, I didn't see something like really change.
I love it. The truth shall make you free. She's saying, you happy with Joe Biden? I didn't see nothing change. Come on now. The sister, you can clearly see, she's not the best at knowing English. She know how to make that very clear. I didn't see a goddamn thing change between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So why are y'all pumping all this fear like Donald Trump is the end of the world, when whichever devil we choose or vote for, we're still struggling to buy the food that we need to buy to eat every day. We're still struggling to just drive 2 hours to go visit a family member that lives in another part of the state that we're living in, because gas is so goddamn high, because you have to work 2 jobs to survive, that you can't pay rent. All these things are still going on under Joe Biden, and we've been painted this lie that voting for this person or voting for that person is going to change your life. Let's see what else these sisters and brothers got to say.
And I didn't see changes, so I was expecting something.
Gabriele Martinez was
That's our
expecting
problem
better.
right there. I got to stop it again. That's our problem, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. You are expecting something. This year, 2024 election, we are asking you, we are telling you as priests and prophets of the Lord, stop expecting something different out of your oppressor. Matter of fact, let me get that precept real quick, and then we're going to go back to seeing what these brothers and sisters got to say. Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. Baba Kashat. This is why the Bible is so important. This is why these books and these records that was given to our people are so important, because it's laying the foundation of the way out, of the things that we need to stop expecting from our enemies, from the people that hate us, that want to destroy us. These are the things that we need to turn to. This is not what we need to do. I'll start at verse 14. I have seen, Ecclesiastes 1 and 14. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun. And behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. All these things that are done under the sun is vanity. It's vexation of the spirit. You think that you're making a life for yourself by working all these hours so that you can purchase a home, so that you can get a 2-car garage with the picket fence. Like, you don't even want that picket fence. The only reason you want it is because your oppressor told you that's what you should want. That's what you want. You want whatever they put in front of you as idealistic. I remember talking to some wealthy woman she was from India. Her family's roots go back to India, but her father and mother moved to Dubai, and they were very wealthy because they had some type of clothing factory there. So basically, her family were millionaires, multimillionaires. And she was telling me how when she first came to America and saw the homes that people lived in and how cute they were to her. I'm like, what do you mean? Explain to me what you're saying. She's basically like, you know, to me, these are nice homes, nice houses. This is the American dream that I wish I could one day own a home or house like this that she's talking about. She's like, oh, they're so cute. They're so, you know, small and cute and nice. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? She said, well, in my country where I'm at, we build like villas. You know what I mean? It's spacious. It's spread out. There's land around it. You know, it's just like a entire, what do they call that? Estate that they're living on. That's what's normal for her. That's what people aspire to have and want to acquire, something like that. And so you over here, your mind state is just to get some nice 2 garage house, picket fence, small front yard, backyard. It's the American dream. Is what you want to do. Is what you work your whole life for. All of that is vanity. All of that means nothing. All of that is futile. Because in the blink of an eye, all of that can be taken away from you. Not just as some catastrophic event, World War this or that. That can be taken away from you right now, tonight. The eminent domain, the government can come through and say, we need to build a freeway through here. We take your house from you. They can come through, the government say, you late on tax money, we're going to take this house from you. They can lie and do the paperwork however which way they want to, and then take that house from you. You don't own that house. You gave up your whole entire life for nothing, for vanity. It's vexation of the spirit once you realize that once you die, the precept the general was bringing out the other day, the worst day is your day of your birth, and the best day is the day of one's death. Or, you know, and I'm paraphrasing that, but there's more value in the day that you die, because the day that you die, you leave behind a legacy of what your life was worth. The value of all the things that you've done with your time here is the only thing that will matter and stand after you're gone. Other than that, everything you've done, if it was for nothing, then it was for nothing. All right. Verse 15, that which is crooked cannot be made straight. And one more time, that which is crooked cannot be made straight. This oppressor was made crooked. This oppressor came from the womb telling lies. Isaiah 58:3. That's it. We'll get that one too real quick. Isaiah 58:3. No. That's Psalms. That's Psalms 58:3. Like, go to that real quick. Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. Like, to go astray is to go crooked. They go away. They don't go the right way. They go astray as soon as they be born. And what do they do when they go astray? They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That is the definition of a politician. Politician is a professional liar. You can't make straight what is crooked. So when the sister says she was expecting better, out of who? Out of a stinking politician? You want to make something that is crooked straight. You want to make something that is evil righteous. You want your oppressor to become something that you are. And that's what we are missing. We're not understanding the righteous people that should be leading us are our people, and not just people from our nation. That's the first criteria. The second criteria is that person has to be a man of God. That's where your leadership should come from. Those are the men that you should follow. because those men are not allowed to lie to you. They genuinely do their job because they care about you. Everything you're asking for in a leader is right here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Everything that you're asking for is someone that will care about you and want to see good for you and your family and want to see you improve and benefit, increase in value. That is Commanding General Yohanan, following the teachings of our King, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Christ. That comes from this Bible. That comes from these records. That's how you advance. This is the leadership that you should be voting for, that you should give your vote for.
Both she and her husband work. They have one child, 6-year-old Roman. Every month, a struggle.
Right now, I work in 3 jobs because I have to pay more things.
God damn, how is the sister even standing up, man? How is the sister even standing up? The sister says she's working 3 jobs, and you know she ain't lying. And the cold part about it is she's really working 4 or 5 in reality. She working 3 jobs. She's working 3 slaveries. She got a 4th job as a mother, 5th job as a wife to her husband. You understand? 6, 7 jobs as a daughter to her mother and father, auntie to her nieces and nephews. How many different directions is the sister being pulled and destroyed by the place built by men like Joe Biden that she put her faith into, she put her trust into, she put her time out of her day, damn near gonna lose her job to go somewhere and vote for Joe Biden. She gonna lose gas money going down to the polling place and to vote for somebody that's destroying her right now. God damn.
My house is more expensive.
Oh, your housing is more expensive and you have to work 3 jobs in order to pay your rent or your mortgage? I mean, this isn't an uncommon situation. This is something that a lot of Americans are facing across the board.
Yeah, and exactly. So she's like, yeah, what you mean? Y'all want me to vote for Joe Biden? My life was better when Donald Trump. Like, if you want me to choose out of the oppression, the only thing I heard was y'all telling me that he was this evil monster, but I at least had food on the table. I at least was able to work 1 goddamn slavery instead of 3. It was oppression is oppression, but goddamn, the burden that this Pharaoh is putting on is horrible, and that's the key right there. This is why this game works so perfectly for them. Is because they paint this imaginary boogeyman, and they want you to beg for an oppressor. They want you to crawl and plead and say, "This man, please rule over me." And every time, that's the man that comes push you down even further. That's the Joe Biden that comes in and writes the crime bill that you begged him to sign and locks up your family for 25 years, 30 years. Your fathers go to prison. Your brothers go to prison. Your cousins go to prison. Your neighborhood's destroyed. The children grow up without fathers. They turn into a whole bunch of deviants and miscreants, man. Turn to people that destroy your neighborhood. Have no backbone, have no morals, no masculinity. Abusive to women. Glorifying nothing but gaining money. It's all right if Young Thug put a dress on. At least he getting paid. The only reason why you glorify somebody putting a dress on and getting paid is because you put your value of your manhood in money. You put your value of your life in money. Forget manhood, womanhood. You don't care about none of that anymore. You can be whatever. You don't want none of that. You don't care. Manhood, womanhood, dress, no dress, this, that. Dwayne Wade's son, Dwayne Wade's daughter, whatever it is. You good. Pick it. Don't matter. You want the money. That's it. That's your whole value your whole worth, because you have no morals, because the men that were supposed to raise you and teach you some type of integrity and value in life were locked up by Joe Biden. And you voted for him and you begged him to do it. And now you did it again. He's destroying your community again. And you wondering why. It's because they paint the bad guy over here, Donald Trump, he evil, he's an oppressor, which he is, and he's just all of that. But they say they can get you even more. They can step up your oppression even more if you get the person you think you want in charge. If you're willing to beg and plead, like it's almost like into a game where, you know, a pimp, he had a prostitute and she's not liking how he's treating her. And she wants to jump ship. She wants to leave. She want to get away from him, stop giving him money. You know what he's going to do? You know what he said? All right, you know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go pay my homeboy to just come up and harass her or you know, just bother her and just make it seem like he gonna harm her, kill her, and hurt her. So she come back begging to say, you know what, I'm gonna be with you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be with you, Dad. I'm gonna rock with you. It's too crazy being out here by myself. This other cat over here, but you done paid this nigga to come and threaten her and do this and do that. He wasn't even gonna do nothing to her at all. But you so scared, she come back begging to be taken advantage of and exploited by you. That's what the Democratic Party is. It works perfectly for them to paint the Republican Party as the enemy, as the oppressor, as the racist, as the people that want to put you in jail, and then they turn around and have you run to them for them to save you, and they like, gotcha, bitch, Salaki. Yeah, I got you now. You ain't going nowhere. You begging for me to rule over you. That's where they get you to. Right?
The housing crisis is something that the federal government has certainly ignored. Obviously, on a local level, we need politicians who actually give a damn and are willing to fight back against the NIMBY.
You know, they got to pay,
as they call it, to build more housing. None of that is happening. But the fish rots from the head down. And the Biden administration is getting blamed for a lot of the economic heartache that Americans are feeling, including many of the voters who were thought to be mainstays of the Democratic electorate, the Democratic base, Black and Latino voters. Now,
that sounds so racist. Ooh, don't y'all feel racist when doesn't that sound? Ugh. Sounds like, man, like she just called Blacks and Latinos a bunch of hoes, man. BITCH. You the Democratic base. What is the base of something? It's the foundation. What you build something on. This is the base. We are the bottom of the Democratic Party. Blacks and Latinos, the Lord's chosen people, Israelites, Yasharallah. You are the princes of the power in Hebrew. This is the name the Lord has given to you. Here, you are just the base of the Democratic Party. You're the thing that it stands on. You're the thing that it builds itself on. Now look up the statistics on life for Blacks and Latinos in America. The highest incarceration, the most unemployment, the least educated. What else? It can go. The people that use welfare, you know what I'm saying, to survive. Everything, disease, the least community to have health care, and the most diseased community. Highest heart disease, highest diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, dementia, anything, you name it. Like you give it like that, like the damn woman said, you know, greens, beans, tomatoes, you name it. HIV, chlamydia, STD, herpes, cancer, you name it. Name a disease, we're the ones suffering it, and we're the ones that are the base of this party. And you have been voting for them and voting for them and asking for them and begging for them and pleading for them. And this is what they do with you. They treat you like a $2 hoe because that's what you have turned yourself into. Have some type of pride about yourself. So this is why, you know, I'm sitting back with popcorn. I like my popcorn with jalapenos. Like I seen it post the other day. I've been doing that. My mom, we've been doing that since the 90s. I know she was doing it before me. The 70s, 80s, whatever. I'm sitting back with popcorn and jalapenos, man, watching it go down because I would love to see Donald Trump get elected and these people freak out their mind, lose their damn mind, go stressed out because some orange man is running the country again and the Democratic Party sit and fall on his face because this is what they deserve, man. They deserve to be SHIT on, man, because that's all they've done to us for so long. But at the end of the day, we know that's really not affecting these oppressors at the top. Whoever's in president is not really mattering at the end of the day. They're still going to make their money. The people rich on Wall Street still going to make their money. People in finance, people in tech industry, they all going to be good. So we'll see what it is. But
the polling doesn't look so great for Biden. We've talked about a lot of different polls that show that Biden is sliding down the polls, whether it has to do with swing states, whether it has to do with certain demographics that Democrats have traditionally done really well with. And I want to give you some more information about recent polls and what they're saying about Biden. According to Axios, it's clear from consistent trends across multiple polls that Biden is bleeding support among Hispanic voters and Black voters, especially younger ones, and especially in swing states. Things are looking real great for Biden, right? There's more. Biden is morphing into Trump when it comes to his base. It's old and white voters who seem most solid in their support. Quote, Biden has retained the entirety of his support among older white voters, the New York Times' Nate Cohn writes. And of course, just to dip back into that New York Times Siena College poll, which we did extensive coverage of last week, you should know that when it comes to certain demographics, Biden not doing so well. Biden's support among non-white voters dropped a whopping 33 points compared to 2020 results. And I want to pause for a second because remember, Biden did well in the popular vote for sure, but we don't decide presidential elections based on the popular vote, as you all know. If you look at how Biden performed in the swing states, he barely won by a slim margin. So when it comes to swing states, he needs all the support he can get. And the fact that he is bleeding support among Black and Latino voters, the fact that he's bleeding support among those in swing states should be alarming to a party that is incessantly fear-mongering about the inherent danger that another Trump term would pose to our democratic system, our democratic process. But they sure don't act like they see Trump as a threat. Because if they genuinely saw Trump as a threat, there would be this urging of Biden to step down, to actually follow through on his promise to not run for re-election. He said he was gonna run for one term and be done with it. Obviously he lied, and obviously he is just undeterred, unwilling to look at the facts on the ground and make a decision that would be far better for the future of the country, but he's unwilling to do that. There's more. Trump's support among Black voters popped to 22 points, which the Times called unseen in presidential politics for a Republican in modern times. Trump has increased his support among Black voters. he's also increased his support among Latino voters. And why is that? Well, obviously you have Trump constantly touting how great the economy was under his watch. To some extent that was true. And a lot of the blame that Biden is getting right now isn't necessarily his fault. Now, inflation is a huge problem, right? But inflation is the cost of transporting the products.
All right, man. But yeah, it was another one though. I'm gonna cut this one off. It was another thing though that they were saying, and the dude was just freaking out, stressed out, saying, he can't believe how Joe Biden didn't take care of black people. He didn't do what he was gonna say with this voting rights bill, and that was the one thing he just kept digging on. He's saying Joe Biden said he was gonna pass the voting rights bill, and he guaranteed black people was gonna do it. And when it didn't get passed, he didn't fight for it. He didn't do nothing. The least he could have done was honor that. And it's like, you think that's what niggas really want? Niggas want some money, man. The point blank period. They don't want to be suffering in this place like this. And if Joe Biden ain't offering any relief from being oppressed in any way, shape, or form, then if they don't take the option with Donald Trump, who cares, or not vote at all, whatever they need to do, whatever they feel like they need to do. But either way, that's really not going to fix our problem. That's what we're trying to tell our people. But I'm going to put this up on the screen. I'm going to share one more thing after that. So then we're going to go to these precepts. So this first article, it says Asian Americans silent voice. So it was this Asian person talking and said, basically, unfortunately, this phenomenon is not unique to me. Although Asian Americans are the fastest growing racial minority in the United States, and that's another thing. They always keep telling you that the Iscarites or the so-called Mexicans are the ones that are invading the border, and the people from Guatemala, the people that are coming here the most are these Asian Americans are coming over here. They're coming over here illegally in groves. They're coming off of boats. They're going to Mexico, crossing the border, and coming up in here. You going to your nail salon. Come on, man. Has anybody been to a nail salon lately? Don't go to where these businessmen be going to get their massages and all that. You understand? What what's going down in there. Who do you think is working up in them places? Who do you think that little Asian woman is that don't know? Oh, hey, Lord. They in there doing your nails. They ain't said one English word. They paid $20, $50, $100, your change, $20, $40, $60. They know money. That's the only English words they know. $20, $50, $100, your change, $247. That's it. They teach them how to count. My 4-year-old daughter, 3-year-old son can count. You can count. You can come to America. You can get a job. Who do you think they got paperwork? You really think they got paperwork? These people working in these salons. You think every one of them that's in there in the massage parlor? You think everyone that work at the beauty shop? You think all these people that work in the back of the Chinese restaurant? That you genuinely think that if you go to Chinatown in any city in America, there's all types of buildings and businesses in there. They selling this and selling that. Who you think everybody in there is just a person that immigrated to America, got their papers and did it? Nah, man. They coming in here and they putting their people on. They sneaking them in the border the same way and really more than what these Latino people are doing, man. But you don't hear nothing about that. But Saga, I digress, man. Unfortunately, this phenomenon is not unique to me. Although Asian Americans are the fastest growing racial minority in the United States, voter turnout is among the lowest. 47% compared to 66% for Black voters and 64% for non-Hispanic whites. So Black people vote 66%. That's almost 70% of Black voters. Another good 10% is niggas as felons that would vote if they didn't lose their voting rights in the criminal system. So if things were really how Black people wanted it, it'd probably be about 80% of niggas out here voting. Meanwhile, less than 50% Half of Asians don't even vote. They got the right to vote. They American citizens and all that. They have the right to go and place their vote. They're not doing it. Why are they not doing it? A major factor for the lack of participation among Asian voters is the feeling of not belonging in American politics. They don't even belong. They in their mind, we don't even belong in that. They ain't got nothing to do with us. That's your thing. It makes sense for 66% or 64% of white voters to be involved. That's their business. That's their government. That's their country. This is what they built. They came, they 700, this and that. We believe the people, we have this and that, and one man, what's the whole First Amendment, and all men are created. All that was for them. Of course, they should vote to see this and that, checks and balances. It makes perfect sense. But Asian Americans are like, that ain't nothing to do with me and my people. It ain't got nothing to do with me and in my family, in my country. I'm Chinese, man. I'm worried about what's going on in China. And I want China to win. The reason why I'm here in America, so I can stack up my money and send it back to China. I'm taking this money and building up my nation. That's what I'm doing it for. Not only because they struggle to reconcile their Asian and American identities. It don't seem like they got too much of a struggle because they picked a side. They say, you know what? This side of Asian, the Asian part of me, the American is on my license. The Asian is in me. The Chinese is who I am. My address says California, says Illinois, says New York, but who I am is Chinese, is Vietnamese, is Korean, is Japanese, is Filipino, is whatever. That's who I am, and that's what I vote for. My vote has already been stamped. It don't matter Democrat, Republican. My vote is for my people. And it says, but also because politicians often overlook Asian Americans as a voting bloc. In a 2020 study found that Asian Americans were contacted by political campaigns 10% less than the national average. So you know what? They said, they ain't checking for us. We ain't checking for them. That's fine. We, on the other hand, they cater to us. They pander to us. They come and do the stanky leg in front of us and pull hot sauce out their purse like Hillary Clinton did. Do the shuckle and jive and dance, and they make themselves seem like they down with black people to cater to us to get our vote because they don't want us to figure out what Asian Americans have figured out is that these people don't give a damn about you. And you know what? You should give a damn about them. That's their business. Let them handle their business and you handle your business. And this is the reason that they figured this out. This is what they've learned with this information. I'm going to post one more thing up here. We're going to get back into these precepts. This is what they figured out. Let's go to a snapshot of income. The household median income for Asian Americans increased by 1.8% from 2020 to $101,000 in 2021. That is 43% greater than the national median income of $70,000 among Asian Americans. Do you understand? They're making $100,000 per household a year. That's 43%. They're making almost half more of what everyone else is making a year. It's almost ironic that 43% is close to that 47% that vote. They don't care about voting, but their pockets is more. That's for sure. Their families are doing a lot better. Indian Americans have the highest median income, $119,000, followed by Filipino Americans, $90,000, Japanese American, $83,000, Chinese Americans, $82,000. All of them are higher than the median average of $70,000. So they're doing better than white folks. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying, man. So hold on. Let's go. Let's go down a little bit more. Income and wages are shaped by a myriad of factors, of which education is one most important. When educational attainment is factored in, income comparisons between Asian Americans and whites become more complex. Asian Americans with less than a high school education make approximately the same amount as white Americans with the same educational attainment. So if you don't go to college and you know what I mean, that's all you do, you'll make the same as the white boys. However, Asian Americans who finish high school, well, that's it, that didn't even finish high school. So if you don't make money out of high school, if you don't even finish high school, this is what you're gonna make. But the ones that finish high school or undergraduate degrees are paid less than the equivalent of educated whites. Okay, Asian Americans with high school degree earn $41,000 compared to $46,000 for whites. Those with a bachelor's degree earning $80,000 and white Americans earn $85,000. So even in that, you can see the racism in that. So how in the hell though? There it goes. Asian Americans' overall median income is higher because of the high level of Asian Americans with graduate degrees. So that's what they figured. How they gonna get to the top is they're gonna go even beyond just this bachelor's degree in college. They're gonna go get more degrees, and now that's what separates them. So 37% of Asians with master's degrees earn $118,000, while white Americans with the same credential only earn $98,000. Asian Americans not only have a higher rate of graduate degrees, but also a greater tendency towards degrees that confer higher pay in the job market, such as business, biological, biomedical science, and health profession. So that's what they're doing. This is what they focus on. They focusing their children on getting educated, moving to the top of society, getting these high-paying jobs, so much so that it's pushing their entire community above the people that founded this country and nation. And they taking that money and they building their families and they sending it back to their own people because that's where they hold their identity at. That's what we could be doing. We could be doing all of that, but we spend all of our time begging Joe Biden to fix us and save us from the big bad wolf, Donald Trump. But Asian Americans was getting money when Donald Trump was in office. They was getting money when Obama was in office. They was getting money when Clinton was in office. They was getting money under the Bush administration. They was getting money underneath the Reagan administration. They gonna get money under Trump, under Biden, under a goddamn peacock if they put him in the White House, man. That's what they're gonna do. And that's what we could do. That's what we need to do. And the only way we're gonna do it is we're gonna have to have an identity that's just as strong as them. And guess what, black men? We actually have an identity that's even stronger than them. And that's the Bible. That's the Israelite identity. That's what's going to put us on top. It's for us. And this ain't all about economics. I'm not here to sell a dream that, we just going to start making all this money. It's not about the money. It's about the power. And there's power in our people coming together. And the Asian community is proving it. They're not using their vote to gain power. They're using their brotherhood for each other to gain power. This is why we say brotherhood is a weapon. Because if we use our brotherhood and love one another as we love ourselves and choose one another as they choose themselves, then you will see us not need to vote to better our reality. So that sister won't have to work 2 and 3 jobs anymore. And if she does do it, this will be the last time because she's going to put her children in position so that they don't have to do the same thing. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get these precepts. We'll run down through them. Try not to take too long. Give y'all some precepts for your precepts books on voting, on why the Lord said we should not vote for these oppressors. Let's go to Deuteronomy 17:5. If you got any questions, go ahead. Feel free. Type them in the chat. Let me make sure this thing is on the paper. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 5. This is how our culture was supposed to be organized. This is how our culture was supposed to be ran. All right. Then shalt thou bring forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing unto thy gates, even that man or that woman, and shalt stone them with stones till they die. This is the job of the priests. This is the job of the judges. These are the men that have been put over our nation to rule our nation, to decide, to make judgments. These were men of the Lord. These were the priests that made life and death decisions, not somebody you can vote into an office that's changing laws like the whim of the wind. All right, Exodus 23:8. Like I said, I'm going to try to move fast. Exodus 23:8. And it reads, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverted the words of the righteous. Like these people that are supposed to be in charge, that are supposed to pass these judgments, these rulers over the children of Israel, the priests, the prophets, you understand? They're not supposed to take no bribes, no gifts, and then make judgments for the rich that go against the poor. This is what you see these politicians do all of the time. You know what that's called? That's called lobbying. These rich corporations go and lobby and pay money to these politicians, and they get things done for them. They get laws passed to benefit their business, to benefit their corporation, and it benefits them by exploiting you. And so this man that you're voting for, he's in cahoots and in beds and gets paid by these corporations to protect these corporations and help benefit them. And these corporations get the money to pay Joe Biden and these politicians from exploiting you, from exploiting that sister. She working 3 jobs because they're not paying her a living wage. They're not going to say, you know what, I made $50 million this year in profit. We're going to give Maria a raise. We're going to pay her $100,000 a year. You know what? That would be the right thing to do. She loyal to us. She work every day. She show up on time. You know what I mean? She's a hell of an employee. Let's make sure she can feed her family. Let's make sure she can get some vacation time. Let's make sure her car is operating. She got a nice new car. Nah. If they want to pay themselves a CEO $20 million out that $50 million, I can't. Sorry, Maria. I'm gonna give you minimum wage, $750. I'll pay you that $15,000 a year, 25, 20. You spending $1,200-1,500 on a month on surviving. I'm giving you $2,000 a month to live off of. So she got to get another job. Now she benefiting 3 different oppressors. She getting exploited by 3 different people. They getting everything out of her. She's getting nothing in return, barely surviving. Because the people you vote for are doing this. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverted the words of the righteous. They doing the exact opposite, man. But the leaders of our people, we can't take money and use it to exploit our brothers and sisters, man. We do our job. We lead because we truly care for our people. We love the Lord. This is why we do our job. All right. Let's drop that. Let's go to 23:1. We're going to stick in this Exodus chapter 23, verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Like don't come out and make a pact with somebody. You're gonna get up and say something that's wrong. You can't be a righteous judge. You can't be over a nation of people if you're gonna do that. But they do that every day. They get up every day and go and have these meetings and Black Caucus and this and that. They talk and they say that they're gonna do this and that, and they don't do none of it, man. Exodus chapter 23, verse 7. And it reads, keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. This is all the morals that our leaders are supposed to have, but you don't see none of that, man. they stay lying, they stay in false matters, and the innocent they kill all the time, man. They killing people at the border, they locking them up in cages, they putting brothers behind bars. The police are coming out working for these oppressors and shooting Black and Latino men in the streets down all of the goddamn time. We cannot be like this, all right? Leviticus 19:11. 19:11, I heard that's a good gun. Leviticus 19:11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. That's in our Constitution. Where is that in the Constitution? I saw somebody yesterday. They said, how come politicians, it's not illegal for politicians to lie? I'm like, damn, that's a good point. Like, it should be illegal for them to lie because that's what they do. They're professional liars. We're not allowed to lie, man. We're not allowed to steal, to cheat. You can't rule over a nation of people and you're known for lying. The hell is wrong with you? And you vote for liars. You know they're gonna lie to you. That's why pimps keep their hoes. They're like, yeah, she know I'm lying to her. The broad said it in the movie Hustle and Flow. The broad said it in Hustle and Flow, man. If I might have to find the clips. Like y'all know me. If I think of something, I got to see it, man. This is you. This is what you. I know. Let me see if that scene come up. Let me see if that scene come up, man. Let me see if it come up. Wow. This is how they got us. Hold on. I'm thinking I'm playing it for y'all real quick. This is how they got us. This is how Black and Latinos look when we vote for Joe Biden or whoever we vote for. Even the dumb ones that are gonna go out and vote for Trump and think something's gonna change too. This is how you look. That's how you sound.
Don't ever do that to me again, D.
What, man?
No, I ain't some fucking cash machine where you can get shit for free.
Hey, ain't
D.
like you was in there sweating
No, D,
bullets
I
or
gotta
some
have a
shit.
say in what I
And
do.
you was only
No,
in there
from
for
now
half
on,
a
I'm
minute,
gonna have
man.
a say,
Damn.
D, in what I do.
Look, man, I was gonna give you what you know.
Every time you come
You got something for me. You got something for me.
Here, take it.
Hey,
You earned it.
fuck wrong with you, man? This is expensive, motherfucker. Hey, Nola, bring your ass. Nola, don't you do this shit right now. Nola, bring your ass here, man. You ever walk away from me? We do what the fuck we gotta do, man.
That's when Joe Biden said, "You ain't Black if you don't vote for me." That's him right there. He said, "Don't you ever walk away from me. You don't walk away from the Democratic Party. Don't go away from us. Don't you ever do that, man. You sit here and you take what the hell I give you. You know what I'm saying? Because we in together. This is how you gonna game her back up, bring her back.
By any means. Ain't that right? We take care of our shit. You think I like this shit? You think I want to spend the rest of my life pimping your pimple country ass? Well, not me. Fucking hate you. Hate this shit.
He said, "I hate you. You think that I like having to convince you niggas every 4 years to listen to me, man? I hate you niggas. If I could, I'd lock all you up. You know what I'm saying? If y'all could just send me a vote from prison, if I could have my cake and eat it too, I'd do it. You understand? They don't like Black people. They don't like Hispanic people. They come out and told you some nice, sweet things and said, we want to open all our borders, send us all your immigrants, send us your poor, your wretched. They started sending immigrants to New York, and now they suing people for sending immigrants to New York. They suing them. They telling them if you send another bus or another plane to New York, the governor of New York or the mayor of New York just to $700 million against these charter buses for dropping off immigrants. But they told them when they were getting elected, when they wanted you to vote for Joe Biden, that they love immigrants, that they love dreamers. And this is the Dreamer Act. And we're going to open up the borders, and this is an open place. And when they started showing up, they really showed you that they hate the immigrants. You know who loves the immigrants? The ISUPK, man. We go out and bring clothes to these women. They cry in tears when we show up. Why is that? Because the New York government, the Joe Bidens of the world, don't give a damn about these immigrants, man. They don't give a damn about them. We do, man. But this is your pimp talking to you. This is who you want to hear. This is Joe Biden. Let me let him go. Hold on. This is you crying on the wall. Like a...
Do you know what I do in the back of them cars? Do you?
Know how it is living in the hood?
Everybody's got something to do. Everybody's got something important going on in their life but me, D. And
You understand? Everybody got something. The Indians, these Indians, they got something going on. The Asians, they got something going on in their lives. They're doing something important. They're becoming engineers. They're becoming doctors. They're getting graduate's degree. We're suffering working 3 jobs at Taco Bell, at McDonald's and Burger King, and we can't feed our children every day. This is how we broken down like this little white woman in this video, man. But the cold part about it is you the black woman, you the black whore, and the white man is the one that's really pimping you, man. But she's speaking your reality. Do you know what we go through in the ghetto, in the barrio? She telling Joe Biden, she telling her pimp, like, you don't know the struggle that I go through to get you a better lifestyle. Do you ever put yourself in my shoe? She is out of her mind to think that a pimp is going to put himself in her shoes. You're out of your mind to think that these oppressors are going to wake up one day and say, you know what? I don't like my rich lifestyle. I don't like riding this Cadillac. I don't like sitting around smoking weed all day. What is his job to do? Sit around smoking weed all day and rapping. That's his job. He like, you know what? I'm going to give this up. I'm about to go and get in the back of a car and do something strange for some change. Nah, he ain't never going to do that. So in order for him to stay living how you got to stay doing what you're doing. My job is to convince you when you having this breakdown, the more reason to even stay with me. And this is what he's doing, man. Nah, I ain't gonna let nobody run game on me, man. I'm gonna wake up, man. I'm gonna come to the UPK. I'm gonna follow the priests and prophets of the Lord. I'm not gonna follow none of this jive mess that you listening to with this Democratic Party, Republican Party politicians, man, voting. Sliding.
something.
What do you want?
I don't really know, but I just want.
There you go. Hold on.
And I want something.
Let me bring it back.
Everybody's got something important going on in their life but me, D. And I want something.
What do you want?
I don't really know, but I just want something.
What do you want?
I don't know.
Tell me what the fuck you want to do.
Not this, D.
That's another thing. We don't know what we want. You can't know where you're going if you don't know where you're from. You don't even know what you want. You want freedom. You just don't even know what that looks like because you've been a slave for so long. You just know you don't want this no more. We do know that. But we know what you want. And we know how to get there, man.
You know what, man? I just got you dressed all wrong. You know, bitch like you, man, you need to have on one of them suits. Get your mobile phone and shit, get an ear jack. Man, you gonna feel different, man. I'm put you in some new shoes tomorrow, man. And you gonna feel like you are in charge.
I know when you're messing with my head.
Yeah. That's the part right there. That's the whole part I wanted to get to. That's the whole part I wanted to get to. I don't know if she's gonna finish her part. She said, I know when you're messing with my head. Let me see if that part could come up, man. That's the best part. At least she know that. She probably can't. She ain't graduated past the 8th grade, man. I know when you're messing with my head. Let me see that scene.
Phones were so different back in the day.
Remember.
This is what we
Don't
can
bring
do.
here, man.
Hold on.
You ever
Okay?
See.
I know when you're messing with my head. Because I'll let you. Because sometimes my head needs to be messed with. But right now, just don't. Okay?
Man. God damn, y'all don't know how heavy that is. She said, I know when you messing with me. He started trying to game her back up. He trying to, we're gonna get your hair done. We're gonna get you real fly. You know what I'm saying? And he putting that picture in front of her. He putting that carrot in front of her. He's saying the reason why you need to stay with me and let me abuse you and let me exploit you and take advantage of you. The reason why is because you're gonna have this and you're gonna have that. She said, come on, man, cut all that out. You think I'm that dumb? I understand you're gaming me up to do this. And sometimes, in order for me to do this job, I'm gonna need you to game me up to motivate me to do some bull BS every day. But not right now. I've been so traumatized. I've been so fed up. I don't even need you to tell me that. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna stick with you, but quit all the BS. Like that would at least be honorable if they came out and was just like, you know what? We don't give a damn about black people. We don't give a damn about Mexicans. We don't give a damn about Puerto Ricans. You know what I mean? We're not gonna mess with y'all no more. We ain't gonna tell y'all we're gonna change your community. We ain't gonna tell y'all we're gonna increase your funds. We're not gonna tell you none of that. We're not gonna tell you we stop locking you up. We're just gonna tell you the truth, man. We really don't care about y'all, but we need y'all to beat the other white people we don't like. Period. We want you to be on our team just because. That's it. At least, you know what I'm saying? At this point, maybe if some niggas was dumb enough to stick around, they could stay around just like she stayed around. But we want to be lied to. We enjoy the lies that come to us because we don't think we can survive without a pimp. We don't think we can survive without somebody protecting us because we want someone else to make those decisions. But instead of us saying, you know what, we're gonna do this on our own, we're gonna survive, we're gonna make it, we got our plan together, we good, we're gonna go in a coalition. Because you know how pimps roll, he had more than one woman. They ain't gonna be like, you know what, we're not gonna be with him, we're gonna come together, we're gonna do our own thing, we're gonna put our money together, and that's how we're gonna get our protection and all of this. We can hire security. We can go pay some nigga to come secure. We drop us off with a 200, 300 pound nigga that's gonna be armed security, real life security. They could do that. But now they want to pay this pimp because they like being lied to. And this until you wake up and see yourself in her, because you're definitely not him in this situation. You're definitely not him. You watch the movie, it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get money for the rent. Black culture, we glorify the movie. We glorify all the great pimp movies because we want to identify with the pimp the whole time. You've been the hoe. The whole time, us as a culture, we've been the hoe in the movie the whole time. Nobody sees no glory in that because it ain't no glory in that. And the more you glorify the pimp, in reality, you are putting up your oppressor. Because he's just a microcosm, he's just a small version of your president. He's a small version of your governor. He's a small version of your mayor. He's the small version of your CEO. He's the small version of your boss. He's the small version of your supervisor. These are the people that exploit you on a daily basis that you root for. You watch and sit down and you eat your popcorn and watch The Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. MTV Cribs. You want to go watch rich people on MTV or LA Housewives, and then that you glorify the people oppressing you. You sitting there rooting like a good hope for a pimp. You root. That's he coming in the Rolls Royce. That's hard. How did he get the damn Rolls Royce? But slapping you up, pushing you on the street, making you sell your body for change. He's stacking up all your quarters and bought himself a Rolls Royce, and you have nothing to show for it but abuse. Man, I pray somebody wake up, man. I pray somebody wake up, man. This ain't going in vain. You understand? But let's go a couple more precepts. I thought I could make it, but let's see. Ecclesiastes 34:1. Let's get it in the next 5 minutes. 34:1 is right here. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false. This is the hopes of a man void of understanding. You don't understand life. You don't understand how things work. You don't understand that there's enemies and there's friends. You don't understand that someone can smile in your face and the whole time plot on your downfall. You think real life is real life because you're genuine, but your oppressor is not a genuine person. It doesn't come from a genuine culture. We go to work and we don't like somebody we don't like. We tell them. They don't know. We don't like. I don't mess with Bob. He hear I talk when I see him. Look, he's the problem. But oppressors, their culture, they know how to. They're gonna befriend you even more the more they hate you. The more they're enemy, you don't know how to play their game. You don't know that's what they're doing. So you're so genuine. When you don't like somebody, you tell them you don't like them. When you do like somebody, you act like you like them. So when they act like they like you act like, damn, they like me. No, they hate you. You're void of understanding. So you have hope. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false. And dreams lift up fools. You just dream. This American dream you've been wanting to acquire through asking some other nation of people to help you. It's never going to happen. You're never going to get lifted up. Verse 2, whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at a shadow. You catching at your shadow. You thinking you grasping something, but it's not there. And follow it after the wind, man. That's what the election 2020. Joe Biden, police brutality, George Floyd riots. Everything they're telling you is going to be better when Donald Trump gets out of office, and you still see people dying. You still see they want to build a wall. The whole reason you didn't like Donald Trump because you want to build a wall, and Joe Biden want to build a wall. You're grasping at the wind, something that's not there. You're trying to make something straight, which is crooked. The Lord made these devils crooked, and they will remain that. Verse 3, the vision of dreams is the resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness of a face to face of an unclean thing, that what can be cleansed, and from that which is false, what truth can come, man. These are unclean people. These are unclean nation of people. You over here tagging on to the damn Democratic Party, and they out here teaching that you can give medicine to a little boy and turn him into something else. They out here saying that you can pronounce yourself to be a cat as an identity. You attaching to people that are sitting here lying to your face and telling you that this person is something that they're not, and you have to accept it when you looking at it and you know it's not that. You're attaching yourself to a bunch of liars, and you're expecting them to give you truth. That's insanity, man. Insanity is doing, everyone knows that when insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. You ain't done this once. I ain't seen Black Americans getting all black. I ain't seen them send ties to Commander. I ain't seen them at the Passover. I ain't seen us show up to camp. I ain't seen none of us try this. Try this. And if it don't work, then say it's insanity. You tried that. You gave your all to them. Can't give up a couple Saturdays to the UPK. Can't give up 10% to Commander General. You can't try, nigga. You threw all your money away to the Democratic Party. You can't give nothing to a nigga from the hood that's showing you through his actions that he really cares about your people. Come on, man. Let me get Psalms 118 in verse 8. Call me crazy then. Call me insanity. Insanity. I'm gonna try this one. I'm trying this one out. I'm getting different results, though. Me and you are not the same. We living in two different worlds. You voted for Joe Biden, and Joe Biden hates you. I voted for Yahushua Mashiach, and my family improved. I voted for Yahushua Mashiach, and I was able to stay out of prison. I voted for Yahushua Mashiach, and I was able to get off of drugs. I was able to, you understand me, find real brothers and family. That's what I was able to gain. Joe Biden offered none of that. Joe Biden offered a bunch of lies. The Bible says, and Christ said, the truth shall make you free. This made me free. Following Joe Biden would have had me in a penitentiary. Following Joe Biden would have had me dead. Following Joe Biden would have had me high on a blunt, off a blunt on the couch right now. Following Joe Biden would have had me selling drugs to my people and destroying my community, the very people that I claim to love. That's what following these politicians and voting would have done for me. So you can stay there and you can say we crazy and we in a cult. Are you sure you're not in a cult? You about to go in that poll booth one more time? You about to scramble up in that little poll booth again? Yo, you know your big ass, your big black ass can't even fit in that goddamn poll booth, man. You in there squeezing yourself into this little poll booth, about to do the same thing again this year, and you saying that we in a cult. You've been following the Democratic Party 90%, 9 out of 10, 90%. Nothing gets 90% numbers. Nothing on earth except the Democratic Party. They get 90% of your vote, and you got nothing to show for it but more diabetes and more penitentiaries. That's what you got to show for. Your school system is destroyed. Your children can't read. They can't write. They ain't got no music program. That's what you got for screaming. That is a ritual. You doing a ritual at this point. I'm talking about all the Illuminati, nigga. You in the Illuminati. You work for the Illuminati. You voting for them. You in the Illuminati, nigga. You. I don't even know what to say, man. You voting for them. How else he said you doing a ritual? What this is the voting ritual. Sitting in line for 5 hours, sweating with a free bottle of water and a goddamn sticker to come out on your shirt. You doing a blood ritual, nigga, because you getting all your people killed voting for these devils, man. That's what you're doing. You getting all your people put in the chains. Call it the slave ritual. Call it the oppression exploiting ritual. Exploit your people. You talking about Kanye West sacrifices his mother. You sacrificing your whole nation every 4 years by going to the altar of these politicians, man, and voting for them. You got blood on your hands voting for these devils. You put them kids in those cages because you asked for it, man. It's a goddamn shame, man. Salakia. Proverbs 118 and 9, verse 8. Proverbs 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. One more time. It is better to trust in the Lord. I'm looking for the word Obama. Oh, it says in the Lord. I can my eyes right. Does it say Donald Trump? Oh no, it says in the Lord. It's better to trust in. Does that say Joe Biden? No, it says in the Lord, man. It's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. You understand? Let's see. We keep going. All right. I'll keep going. All nations compassed about me, but in the name of the Lord will I destroy them. That's what's going to deliver us. You putting confidence in them, you still going to be destroyed. But you with confidence in the Lord, your enemies are going to be destroyed. Drop down to Proverbs 8 and 15. Okay, we're going to a different slide. So Proverbs 8, 15. Try to make it real quick on a couple more verses. Get all to it. It's already 9:10, man. Proverbs 8, 15. Right at an hour, 30 minutes, so I know. Proverbs 8 and 15, and it reads, by me kings reign and princes decree justice. The Lord puts these people in power anyway, man. So it don't matter if you show up to the poll or don't show up to the poll. If the Lord wants Joe Biden to be in office, he's going to be in office. If the Lord wants Donald Trump to be in office, he's going to be in office. All these things have to happen in order for the end times to come. You can't sit here and worry about who gets in charge, because the Lord, whoever it is who needs to be in charge. Because Joe Biden can get in and the Lord put a spirit on him to push the agenda that's going to push us towards World War III, that's going to push towards us getting free. Or he could put Donald Trump in and he's going to do the same damn thing, and it's still going to end up where it needs to go. And that's just how it has to be. So stop worrying about who's going to be in charge. It says drop down to Proverbs chapter 8, verse 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. This is the things that should be matter. Not worrying about all this money, working for them, being slaves, getting caught up in this, wanting nice things. We need to focus on the Lord first, man. That's what we need to focus on. Receive my instruction. Instruction comes from this Bible. Instruction comes from the priests and prophets who are able to teach this Bible and authorized to teach this Bible. And the only men that are authorized to teach this Bible are in the Israelite school of UPK, man. Isaiah 46 and 9. Isaiah 46 and 9. Real quick. Isaiah 46 and 9. Isaiah 46 and 9. Blah. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, for I'm the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none else like me. Verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Like all these things that are happening, all these things that are going on, the Lord said from the beginning what's going to happen at the end. You understand? And so, what is there to even think about? You think you're going to change the future outcome of this movie? You think you're going to change the direction of this ship? When the Lord set all this in motion, he raised up Pharaoh. He hardened Pharaoh's heart to get his glory in thee. That's what he's done. Paraphrasing, that's what he's done. He's raised up this place however he wants to. You think Joe Biden catch a heart attack tomorrow? You think this ship gonna stop moving? You think we gonna stop going towards World War III because somebody else come in? And it's gonna be Kamala Harris gonna be in charge tomorrow? Everything's set in motion, man. Google's still pumping. Amazon's still gonna get delivered. All these things that are causing these wars are still gonna happen. These rich and powerful people, Wall Street, still going Wall Street. I like how they be saying that, man. They be like, "Ooh, you eat some gumbo. This gumbo." You know what I mean? You get some good fried French fries. These fries are frying. You know what I mean? This Hennessy is Hennessying. Yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do. These devils are going to devil. These devils are going to push their agenda. They're not stopping. It don't matter who's in charge of this shit. This shit is headed towards hell. It is one direction. It's going towards the end of the world. They pushing it. There's a waterfall in front of us, and they going full force ahead, whether it's Donald Trump or a rat in the White House. Like I said, a peacock earlier, you could put Boo Boo the Fool, you can put Flavor Flav in the goddamn White House, nigga. This thing is already set in motion. It's not stopping. World War III is coming. You understand? Nuclear bombs are going to drop, and you should want to get out of that way. You should want to get into some protection, and you should stop thinking that you're going to stop that mission from going down by going into this little booth, man. Is stop playing child. Well, the Bible says, when I was a child, I did childish things. When I became a man, I put away childish things, man. Grow the hell up and put away childish things of voting for people. It's childish. The Asians are men. They're ruling their household like men. The East Indians are ruling their household like men. They put away childish things. You know what? We don't do that. We ain't worry about that. Salah. Verse 11. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executes my counsel from far country. Yea, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it. I will also do it. Hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted that are far from righteousness. I bring near my righteousness. It shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. That's what the Lord's going to do. This is what he wants to happen, man. The ending is we're going to be free and we're going to rule over these people. That's the ending. Shalom. How do you get there in the right way? You come into the truth. How do you make sure you're on the right side of history, as they love saying? You come into the truth. You focus on the Lord and you become righteous. And this is where salvation comes from. Joe Biden ain't your salvation. Obama is not the Messiah. Farrakhan. John 19:9. I think we went over that one not too long ago. Let's see. We might go past this one. It's a precept. Christ talking about John chapter 19, verse 9. John chapter 19, verse 9. And it reads, and went again into the judgment hall and saith unto Yahushua, whence art thou? But Yahushua gave him no answer. You understand? Like, Christ did not of these leaders. He didn't care about these politicians. He looked at him as beneath him. He didn't fear these people. He said, verse 10, then said Pilate unto him, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have the power to crucify thee and have the power to release thee? Yahweh answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivered me unto thee hath the greater sin. Like, man, the Lord is the one. You can do nothing to him if the Lord don't okay it. And the ones that handed him over is the one that have the greater sin. You understand? So let's go to Daniel 2:9. Daniel 2:19. Salakia. Be quick. Think I got 3 more. Jeremiah. Daniel 2:19. Blah, 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 right here. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel. That's what we want, right? Daniel 2:19. Then the secret was revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the God, or the power forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge unto them that know understanding. The Lord is the one that removeth kings and setteth up kings. He puts them in their place. You don't do that. That's not your job. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. This is where rulership comes from. Everything in the world will take care of itself. You worried about following the Lord. You follow his priest. You follow the truth. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you worry about. We're going to go to the book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 4. Ooh, there's a lot of verses right there. I don't know if we're going to go through all that. Maybe we'll Judges chapter 3. You can just go through that whole chapter. But basically, let's see. I'll just try to pull 1 or 2 verses out. I'm not going to read this whole 4 through 31. That's Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges 3. Let me see the main point of this, though. It's the Lord's. Oh yeah, we'll go to verse 9. So basically, we'll start at verse 7 quick. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and forgot. This is the book of Judges, chapter 3, and verse 7. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord forgot the Lord their God, and served Baalim in the groves. Therefore, the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hands of the Cushan Rishathaim, king of Mesopotamia. And the children of Israel served Cushan Rishathaim 8 years. Like, we forgot our God, we forgot our power, we didn't obey his laws, and the Lord was angry with us and sold us into slavery, put us into slavery underneath these people in Mesopotamia. But then this happened, chapter 9, verse 9. And when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel, who delivered them, even Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. When the children of Israel cried back to our God, to our power, that's when the Lord raised up a deliverer, raised up a savior or a Messiah for us. We need to cry unto the Lord now. That's what we need to do. We all this oppression. She like, I'm working 3 jobs. We like brothers and sisters is locked up in cages. They getting shipped over here. We don't got this. We don't got that. We need to cry unto the Lord, and the Lord will deliver us out of this hell. That's the spirit that we need to have. All right. Okay. And then lastly, Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Obviously, very famous one was precept. Everyone should know Deuteronomy 17 and 5. Not 17 and 5, 17 and 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. So these are the criteria for someone to be a king and rulership. This is in our laws. This law, it cannot change. This law is set in stone. This is our constitution. Our nation will forever operate under these laws. We will not have a nation unless we're operating under these laws. And one of our laws saying, we shall never put a king over us. Or we shall put a king over us that the Lord God has chosen. That's the only kind of king we can have, is the one the Lord chose. One from among thy brethren. Thou shalt set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. This is it. It's right here. You breaking the law of God when you go out and vote. You breaking the law of God when you go out and vote, Agua. You are going against the Most High God, voting for these heathens to be over you. The Lord said you were never supposed to do this. And when you do this, you will never, ever be free. So we got the keys. We showing y'all how to get free. Pay attention. Come to class. ISHBK. Online classes. Scripture breakdown. General Muhammad Mondays. Scripture breakdown. General Muhammad Thursday. Black Watch or American on Fire. Or what is it? We got Black Watch, America on Fire, and what are we coming to the school with? Tripping. I know we had a few different names. Oh man, was it Black Watch? No, before Black Watch, what was we watching? I can't even remember, man. But from the old school brothers, y'all know what the grill, whatever you want to call it, man. Cabana Jihana radio show, the grill, Black Watch, or America on Fire. That's what we doing. That's what we at Mondays. Commissioner Jihana's class, World War III class every Wednesdays as well. Tap in with us. ICPK Oakland, Tuesday class, Uraga Bar Brotherhood, 7 to 9. Wednesday class, law class with Officer Kakuma Ahmad. You know, Thursday scripture breakdown. Here we are. We got Captain Cornwall with Pacific Northwest every Monday. I believe 8:30, holding it down. We got Karan Yala, like Captain Kwan say, teaching every class. You understand? Nothing new under the sun. It was a Sunday, Tuesday Brotherhood class, Monday Salakia history class, Wednesday law class with Officer Natazab, Sacramento Israelites. You got, we got Lashawan Quadash with Karan Yala on Friday. We got Sabbath service with Imawan, Kabataban on Saturday. It's like Kabataban and Imawan on Saturday, man. We getting it in the UPK. We getting it on, man. The heavy hitters, the hard hitters, come check us out. Lock in, man. Learn this truth, and you will never want to vote again in your life, and you'll be free for it. All right. With that, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashai B'Gatam, Yahweh Shem Alatam B'Shem Yashai to all the sisters.